It's time for Random Lore Dump with me, Zero Daylight. Hey, everybody. Wow, we are starting our second episode, the first real one after the pilot. So in case you are joining, first go back and watch the pilot. But if you're here for the first time tonight, it's probably a good idea to give you a sense of where we've been and what we've done. So we started out in a little town with a band of reasonably seasoned adventurers and investigators. They'd been through some stuff together, but mostly just like local intrigue and a few jobs solving local mysteries. And they found themselves one night in an inn where actually they live, confronted with some strangers, some obviously bad guys, and one kind of scholarly fellow who didn't seem to be bothering anyone. So, of course, our paladin, Port, decided to go and befriend the bad guys. After learning that at least one of them was a horrible racist and nationalist, they kept talking to them and eventually got themselves hired to ingratiate themselves with the young scholarly guy, follow him back to where he lives, and loot his room for a strange, mysterious object that the three kind of shady folks were looking for. The party proceeded to do so, and as they were walking back with the young man to his abode, were attacked by an undead unicorn controlled by some sort of malicious intelligence that manifested as a crown of light on its forehead. Some telepathic communication later, and one really good shot with a unicorn horn. The battle was over. The unicorn was dead. They talked to the young man, who revealed that he is in fact an agent of a not exactly secret society, but a society of natural philosophers who are very interested in studying the ether, the source of all magic and life and change in the world. They returned back after agreeing to work for him as well, to see him safely to his society's chapter house in Oldranest, about 20 days away. They went back to the inn and met with their original employers and explained to them, like, we can't find it. So basically, they were deciding to play both sides. They departed. They had a little encounter in the woods where they split the party, and a couple of people, specifically our satyr sorcerer, our completely human person who doesn't cast spells, and our centaur barbarian, were each within, I think, like a hit point or two of just absolutely dying. But they eventually conquered the strange fey eruption and all the weird plant stuff that happened as a result, and discovered a letter that was addressed to someone. They don't know who. Oh, and by the way, they adopted one of the fey monsters, the plant monsters that was attacking them, and now it's their pet traveling with them. That couldn't possibly go wrong. Anyway, it turns out the letter they found was for their buddy, the scholarly guy. And he, having read it, decided we should probably get out of here. Let's ditch this whole 20 days to Oldranest thing and head up to Obel, where he at the academy there had some rooms. So after bickering back and forth, the party aligned on a plan to distract everyone and escape, which they did successfully. They made their way to the academy at Obel, and discovered that after some communication with this secret society, that their friend, the scholarly fellow Khan, was interested in transporting them directly there that night via a highly experimental and not particularly well-tested etheric device. That is not magic, but it's very similar. And the party, once they realized that there's money involved, decided, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, it's just the risk of being lost in the ether forever or being transformed into some sort of mutated monstrosity. No big deal. They're paying us. We'll do it. So they packed up a dead body with a creepy, weird stone in it, and their ever-growing plant monster pet, and their belongings, and stepped into a portal to the unknown, hoping that they'll end up in the port city of Oldranest, where they were intending. But I guess we'll have to see. I honestly don't know because it kind of depends on how the dice roll and some decisions they make in the first few minutes of the stream. So it will be very, very interesting. And the story could take some unexpected turns depending upon how things work out. But suffice it to say, thank everyone, all of you, for your feedback and your interest. We're very excited to continue telling this story, and hopefully it doesn't end like in the first 5 minutes with them just like getting lost or dismembered or something. I mean, gee, that would be awful, wouldn't it? So, well, we'll have to see. So probably won't happen, but always best to prepare for the unexpected. Stay tuned.